If you want to be a leader, get used to saying no. No is focus. No is not a bad thing. In fact, the more things you say no to, typically the more focused you are. And that means that you're more dialed in. Let's say you've got a team member who's working on something. They're very excited to present it to you. Yes, it can benefit the business, but if you do that versus something else right now, it's going to detract from another initiative. Okay. Sometimes no means not right now. Sometimes no means no in Q2 and yes in Q3. So, that can solve it. But sometimes no means no. Just straight up, we're not going to do it. But you don't understand. How could this be? Well, context is important. So you can provide some context as to why, and someone can understand that. Like somebody asked me the other day, they're like, why don't we extend this service offering for our clients, right? One of our team members just slacked me. I think it's awesome that they're asking that question. They're like, this is something that a lot of people ask about, and like no one seems to do really well, and I know we could do it well. Why don't we do it? And my answer was like, okay, since you asked, I will absolutely tell you, I do not believe that service offering will exist in the future. I just don't believe it's the future. And I believe that those that do it are living in the past. I think that with what we've got going on with AI and like where, how technology is evolving, I think that just basically human decision-making and dynamics will render that type of service irrelevant. To me, it's not innovation when you're chasing the past. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, I didn't know that. I thought we just weren't doing it because we didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I think we look at things through the lens of, is this going to make sense 10 years from now? At the same time, I had people bring me, amazing initiatives that they were working on that unfortunately just didn't fit into our roadmap, and sometimes didn't fit into our roadmap that entire year. And I appreciate someone taking the time to be proactive and work on something. Sometimes they bring it to you and it's amazing. And we say yes, but it's ultimately understanding like we need to be able to make a business case for this. Where do we prioritize this? And, in line with the other, initiatives that we've got going on. And I think if somebody is curious, you can absolutely provide them with that context and the why behind it. Because if they're just hearing no, and it's because I said so, well, people generally don't like that, right? But if you can explain to them why, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to like it, but at least you can help them understand. And you can say, here's all the projects that we've got going on. This is where we're prioritizing things. And this thing that you proposed to me, well, great. This doesn't make sense in line of these other projects, which are higher priority for these reasons.